Hey, I'm Cam, and this is Touchdown Talk. To my right, we got
Tony.
and to my left, we got
Caden.
All right, this is the first episode. First game we're going to talk about is the Dolphins versus the Bills.
Well, I think the Dolphins just do not look good, and they have not looked good all season. I think Tua has not been playing well at all, and I don't think Mike McDaniels has been coaching very well. I think it might be time to replace Tua. I don't know who you would replace him with. Maybe make a trade. Russell Wilson got benched. You could try to trade for Russell Wilson. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm a Falcons fan. I need to see Kirk Cousins gone, dude. I'll trade fifth-round pick for Kirk Cousins easily. So I'd love to see that. Yeah, I think Tua's not playing really good. I think Mike McDaniels and Brian Callahan, I think he's a Titans coach. If that's his name?
Yeah.
I think they're racing to be the first ones fired this season and stuff. The Dolphins got a lot of issues, so yeah absolutely.
I think the Dolphins need to just blow it all up. Like, you got Tua throwing 35 times for 143 yards. You can't just do that. Like, I don't think the last game was Mike McDaniel's fault if your quarterback can't, like, throw more than 5 yards per attempt. Like, he's throwing hospital balls to his running backs and receivers. I think they should, just trade everybody, get some picks, and then just start over.
Yeah, and I know that feels painful for Dolphins fans. They did that in 2019. I want to say they traded everybody, they cleaned house, and here they are 6 years later. But I thought the Bills looked really good. Josh Allen, he's Josh Allen. There's nothing more you can say about him. He's one of the best. James Cook, one of the best running backs in the league. He just keeps putting it on game after game. Bills just look great.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, I have Josh Allen as my MVP. You said like 5 yards per attempt. Tua's average depth of target, ADOT, is terrible this year. He's check downs, it's shallow crosses. And like there's a difference between getting playmakers the ball in space and just not having the blocking or the processing to be able to get the ball on the field. And we see that with Tua all the time and stuff. And obviously the Bills are awesome. Their defense is really good. I have Josh Allen as my MVP because they have an easy schedule too. And so, yeah, I think the Bills I think they'll be the one seed in the AFC for sure.
Yeah, the last thing about Tua is the decision making. He had another pick in the fourth quarter. It's the second week in a row where they had a chance to come back. Then he just throws a pick and ends the drive. Then it's over with.
Yeah, you just need more out of a second or fifth year quarterback, and it's just it just hasn't been happening, and you want to see better.
All right, next game we got the Panthers beating the Falcons 30-0.
Do you want to start, Caden?
Yeah, I mean, I'm mad, dude. I missed the second half. I was not watching that game, dude. I was mad. But the Penix pick six was absolutely terrible. They put in Kirk Cousins. Raheem Morris said that's the last time we're doing that, though. Or Kirk Cousins is not going to get a chance to start in the future. I think the only player that's played good for the Falcons this season is Bijan Robinson. You go outside of some good PFF grades from Chris Lindstrom and from our backup center Ryan Newsel, who's had a decent start this season. Bijan's the only impact player on our team. Against the Vikings, I think the Vikings weren't ready and we weren't ready, and it was just an ugly game of field goals and red zone efficiency, and I think the Panthers kind of exposed a lot of issues with us. Obviously, we're not 30-0 worse than the Panthers. The NFL is weird, but it was a disaster. The Panthers looked better than us, and that's painful because I live in South Carolina and I have a lot of friends that are Panthers fans.
Yeah, definitely. I think, I want to see Penix play more. I didn't like that they took him out. I feel like with a young guy like that, who doesn't have too many starts under his belt, even in a game like that, you want to keep having him play. You want to keep having him get reps. So I'm hoping they keep doing it. It sounds like that's what they're going to do. So I'm rooting for Penix. But as far as the Panthers go, I thought Bryce Young has been looking not fantastic, but I think he's been looking good enough, and he's showing the growth that you want to see in a second-year quarterback, which I'm very happy to see.
Yeah. You draft the quarterback in the first round, and then you start him. You can't just give up on him already. You got to let him play through the growing pains or whatever. And then the Panthers, they need some more weapons around Bryce Young. They got Ted, but outside of that, they got Hunter Renfrow and then Chuba. That's not gonna win you any playoff games. Just keep building.
Penix is 0-4 in games where the other team scored more than 7 points. So that's my favorite Penix stat right now.
You just can't have that.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Yeah. All right, now we got Green Bay versus Cleveland. Cleveland upsets Green Bay 13-10. What I seen, I think Judkins is gonna win Rookie of the Year. That's my take right now.
That's definitely possible. I'm a Ravens fan, so I don't really want to see the Browns do well, but I do think, and as much as I love Joe Flacco, they are a good quarterback away from being a serious problem in the league.
Yeah.
They have weapons. They have Judy. They have Tillman. Harold Fannin is looking good. I think he'll only continue to get better. Judkins, as you said, has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Defense, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, everyone's looking great. It's just they need a quarterback that is a tier or two above Flacco, which is painful to say, but they need someone who is elite now, not elite 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't gamble. But if you do, Quinshon Judkins is plus 2,000 in Rookie of the Year right now. So that's $10 for like $200. That's a pretty good bet. This game was incredibly boring. I watched too much of it, but the ending was awesome. I would throw away the result. I mean, the Packers are great. The Browns suck. But I mean, it's always fun to see upsets like that. That's why the NFL and MLB, I feel like you see the most like random upsets like that.
Definitely.
So it's always fun to see. But yeah, Judkins is an incredible player. I think Judkins and Sampson, it's weird to go in on running back that early when you have that many players to get. It's clear they like those players. I think they're good pieces, and I think that the Nick Chubb era ending will get replaced pretty well with those two players. So I think that the Browns, they don't have a ton to be excited about, but they have pieces. And then at quarterback, obviously, I mean, I've never seen in my life the Browns have a good quarterback and stuff. And I don't know if I ever will. It's been like 40 years.
They had
so
Baker
we'll see.
they gave up on him.
They fumbled Baker, though. Baker wasn't great at the Browns.
Baker left
I mean,
Cleveland.
he had his shoulder issues last year. Like, it wasn't really him. They just gave up on him. And, like, the blocked field goal at the end is.
That's true.
I think the Packers, like, it was just a bad week, like off week. I think they're still a top 5 team in the league.
I agree. I think the Packers that we saw on Sunday are not the true Packers. I think there's a lot to look forward to in this team, and I think this team is going to be one of the best in the NFC. And they just didn't do it that week. You know, it's still early in the season, so that's okay. But I think we're going to see more from the Packers, and they're just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, they got cocky. Like, they were in the interviews talking about, I don't see anybody better than us on the schedule. And then you see what happened. Like, they got too arrogant.
They needed this, I think. I think you need a correction like this to show like every single week you gotta put your head down and play like it's a Super Bowl, you know. And even if it is Cleveland, because you never know what team shows up, and you never know when your teammates aren't showing up in a certain way. Especially when you have a guy like Jordan Love, who I think you win a Super Bowl with Jordan Love, but he can also throw 4 picks and cost you a game against a team like Cleveland. So
Yeah,
like,
you never know.
He's volatile for sure.
Definitely. It's just the consistency that needs to get better.
100%.
I want to see more Matthew Golden. I really like Matthew Golden. I haven't seen a ton of him yet, but like I said, it's still early, so we'll see.
Yeah, you got to get the chemistry right.
Yep.
But yeah, it's an opportunity. Like, Christian Watts is out with the ACL, and I think Jaden Reed's out for a couple more weeks.
His collarbone.
Yeah, something with his shoulder. I forgot what it was. I think it's dislocated. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, should we turn to the Texans and Jaguars game?
Yeah.
Yes. You know, not the best look for C.J. Stroud. Not the best look for the Texans. It's not really looking good over there.
And I think it's like the O-line, like, when they do block, it's like if your O-line's not blocking, you're going to feel different, like, back there. You're not going to be as comfortable in the pocket. So, like, I think it's affecting his decisions that he's making. Because, like, it's not the same C.J. Stroud we've seen, like, past, well, his rookie year, obviously.
Yeah, it's just been different.
Yeah.
I'm the first quarterback I would say that I'm like fully changing my opinion this year as of just week 3 is kind of C.J. Stroud. Like, it's been a long time now of him being boring, ineffective, or like costing his team. I feel like we've seen it's been like 18 months since he's been like a great quarterback and stuff. And I don't think Stroud's like I think he should get an extension from the Texans. I think he's their franchise guy for 8 to 10 years. But I think what we saw his rookie year, we haven't he's regressed. He hasn't progressed since then. I think that it was like Stroud and Love. I mean, we were seeing like first take like clickbait screaming about like Joe Burrow and Stroud and Love and all the same like bracket and stuff like that. That's so far long gone. Seeing Stroud go against Trevor Lawrence and not be definitively better than Trevor, when Trevor didn't have an especially great game either, was definitely like, it was weird to see. I'm not fully giving up on Stroud, but like I'd say my opinion on the players changed the most drastically for Stroud these last 3 weeks than any other player this season.
I agree with that. Yeah, I'd say Stroud, you know, he had expectations coming into his rookie year, but then he just completely exceeded them in 2023. Last year, kind of didn't really do much, but he didn't do poorly. This year is the year that you need to see just the next step, and you haven't seen that. He's still around the same level that he was in 2023, and that's a little disappointing. But, you know, it's still early. He could still turn it around. He's got all the tools, and he's put it on the field plenty of times. We just need to see more again.
I do agree. They lost Laremy Tunsil to the Commanders this past offseason. It was a dumb trade. It was a character issue. But, I mean, Laremy Tunsil, he got in pre-draft trouble and stuff. And he slipped in the draft, and he's been a great player, you know? So, like, I don't know what's wrong with Tunsil. I haven't talked to him, obviously. I'm in the locker room with him. Maybe he's just a jerk. But, like, that's a great tackle, and I think the line is definitely an issue for sure, too.
Definitely. And maybe that's something they try to piece back together before the end of the trade deadline.
They're like a very one-dimensional offense. Like, they have no run game, no nothing. It's just,
I agree.
yeah.
As for the Jaguars, though, I think Trevor Etienne has just looked amazing. Or Travis Etienne has looked amazing.
He is.
Sorry, wrong brother. I know the past few years with Travis Etienne have not been fantastic, but I think this year has been. So far he's looked really good, and you'd like to see that, especially, coming from Clemson.
Yeah.
Of course, I love to see that. Man.
Yeah.
I love watching Etienne at Clemson and stuff. Yeah, he's a great player. I liked Tank Bigsby and Brayshaw Tootin coming into this season.
yeah.
I like them better than Etienne, but I'm glad to be wrong. I mean, Etienne's a more fun player. When Etienne's good, I'm happier for sure.
I think that Tootin, I think he's gonna get more carries as the year goes on. I think it'll be like a 60-40 split, not like a split 50-50. I think Travis Hunter should pick one side. I think he should be like a corner only, because you can't in the NFL. He had one catch last game, so I don't understand why you have him splitting time in both positions if you're barely gonna use him on offense. Then on defense, he's not getting all the reps he should to be at the level he needs to be at.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe that's something they look to change as the weeks go on. I mean, at a certain point, playing one side for 17 games that's already taking a massive toll on your body. But playing two sides of the ball for 17 weeks, that's just not. Maybe that's not sustainable. We said that coming into the season that maybe Travis Hunter can't do that, but he's already proven that wrong. So we'll see. We'll see where he goes.
I think if we're speaking logically speaking, I think Travis Hunter should stick to one side. The Jaguars traded a this coming year first-round pick, and obviously use their first-round pick to move up. So I think the way they see it is 2 first-round picks for a star corner and a star receiver and stuff. So I think that there's a management issue where if your GM, his first big deal he ever makes in his life as a general manager, forget his name, the Jaguars, he's 30 years old, but his first big decision was to do something like that. That's a bad look if you then make him just a good PFF grade CB1 and stuff. So it's not. I think that there's a sense of managerial pride that's going to keep him from playing one side of the ball, but I do agree that I think he should stick to one side.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And we got Cincinnati versus Minnesota. Minnesota just destroyed Cincinnati.
Minnesota is not a team that you want to see, especially when we get into the playoffs. They're just looking good on all sides of the ball. Carson Wentz, he might be back. We'll see. He looked pretty good against the Bengals. I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I wouldn't mind seeing Carson Wentz have a great season. Sam Darnold-like.
Isaiah Rodgers was the first player in PFF history. It's a little nerdy stat, but PFF history to have a perfect 99.9 PFF grade. I believe it was 2 touchdowns, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game. I had some bets on some Bengals players, and I was checking. I was like, I'm not turning this game on, dude. This is ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, it's the greatest defensive performance I've ever seen. He did every impactful thing in the first half. He scored more points than the Bengals scored that day. So
Yeah.
I mean, the Bengals just looked defeated without Joe Burrow. Even when the game started, it was over with.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, Bengals fans. I don't think that the season is going to keep going after this. I think the Bengals are pretty much done until Joe Burrow comes back, and I don't think he's going to come back for the rest of the year. One more thing. Jordan Mason was really good at football. He was really good last year.
Yeah.
Maybe you thought it was a fluke. No, it's not a fluke. He's just really good at football.
yeah, I mean, I kind of thought when Jordan Mason came in and was effective, I was like, man, Shanahan can make anybody work. But it looks like Mason's just a really effective player. Sure.
Yeah, I agree.
And the Bengals playing 3 players is not working out, obviously. You have a horrid O-line, a horrid defense. Everything's just awful besides 3 players on the team. And you got Chase Brown. He can't do anything with the line. He averaged 0.3 yards per carry. Can't even it's not even 1 yard. So they just need to do. I don't know what they need to do.
Yeah, he gets the ball and the offensive line's right in front of him. There's guys surrounding him. There's just nothing you can do. It's not on him. It's on the offensive line. It's on offensive coordinator. But that just seems to be what's going on with the Bengals right now. It's unfortunate. After, was it 2021 they went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Lost in the Rams.
Just already have this kind of a collapse so soon. I mean, I don't mind, again, as a Ravens fan, but,
We need them to lose. We want to have a chance in the division.
Yeah.
You're a Ravens fan?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right, word. That's cool. Word.
Next, we got the Steelers versus the Patriots. The Patriots really beat themselves, the Steelers won 21-14. They had 5 turnovers, then they had 4 fumbles. 2 of them were from Ramondre Stevenson, 1 from Gibson, and then 1 from Drake May.
Yeah, the Patriots running backs, they have Travion Henderson sitting there. It doesn't look like either running back, Ramondre Stevenson or Antonio Gibson, really wants the job. They're putting the ball on the ground in crucial moments. I think both of Stevenson's fumbles came at what could have been turning points in the games for the Patriots, and they were just drives wasted. So it's not really what you want to see from the Patriots. I thought Drake May looked pretty good, but just didn't work out.
I think there's 2 running backs in the NFL right now that if their teams cut them, I don't think they get a call for the rest of the season. I think that's Kareem Hunt and Ramondre Stevenson. When I watch them play, it's just like you're not good enough to be fumbling that much. Like, and coaches, that's a mistake. Coaches hate the little errors, messing up the little things and stuff like that. And like with Trayvon Henderson there, I mean, if anyone plays fantasy, I'd buy low on Trayvon. I think we might have some Trayvon owners in there, so maybe I'll be quiet about that.
I think he's finna go off next week.
He's about to go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Once he's going to get the opportunity, and it's going to be happening soon. I agree with you guys.
They play the Panthers this week. I expect at least 75 on the ground and 45 through the receiving yards.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Bold. Maybe. Hey, we'll see.
I don't think Ramondre's touching the field.
Yeah, I don't think so either. As for the Steelers, I personally coming into the season, I didn't think the Steelers were going to be anything. I thought this team looked pretty bad. I thought, 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers, he's done. They traded away Minka and brought in Jalen Ramsey, but they've proved me wrong. I'm a little worried to face them. But yeah, they're looking really good.
Yeah. And Rodgers moved up to 4th on the all-time list with touchdown passes.
I know.
Yeah.
I love Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I like when everyone's wrong about something, including me. I didn't love Rodgers, but I've always been a big proponent of guy gets hurt, he comes back, and he's not perfect. Everyone's like, oh, he sucks now. And the year after with injuries are usually pretty effective. I'm a pretty big believer in that. So I just thought they win 10 games with Kenny Pickett, and they make the playoffs with Mason Rudolph. They're gonna win 9 or 10 games with Aaron Rodgers. So I have the over on their team total this year and stuff. But I didn't expect Rodgers to. I thought Rodgers would look a lot uglier than he does. He surprised me, and I like when quarterbacks are good. It makes football a more fun product to watch. So I'm happy to see Rodgers succeed.
I agree with that. Yeah. So we'll see what else the Steelers have. I think it could be a good team this year. I think they have the tools right now. I thought I was wrong, but.
And Arthur Smith's love for Jonnu Smith.
Yes. Yeah. And
you got it, man.
any other tight end, any tight end that isn't Kyle Pitts, it's Arthur Smith's favorite.
Yeah.
I think the weirdest thing that aged right in 2023 was that Jonnu Smith is genuinely a better tight end than Kyle Pitts. I think Pitts is a little older. Maybe he'll figure it out. Sure, there's no way, but maybe what he's been and what he was supposed to be, maybe he'll be somewhere in between at some point in his career.
But this is number 1 overall pick Kyle Pitts you're talking about now.
Yeah, 4th overall pick Kyle Pitts.
No, number 1 in fantasy.
Oh yeah, of course, one of one dude. Yeah, I got poached out of Kyle Pitts. I saw CD Lamb and I was like, I don't know what to do, man. But I barely went CD. But yeah, 101 Kyle Pitts. He'll figure it out. 1,000 yards this season. He only needs 6 games to do it.
Yep.
Then we got the Rams versus the Eagles. The Eagles beat the Rams 33-26 on the block field goal, taking back for a touchdown.
That was a crazy finish.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts finally has a touchdown pass.
Some other than 1-yard runs. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
False start, tush pushes. But
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all want to get into that. I love saying this on every football platform I've ever been on, but Matthew Stafford is incredible. I've been a Matthew Stafford fan for a very long time. I think it's Allen, Jackson, Mahomes, and then Stafford and Burrow are my next 2 guys in the NFL and stuff. And that's a little bit bold, but yeah, I just think that his confidence of he just sees angles that aren't there and it's like, I can make it. And he does half the time. It just that swagger and his ability to back it up, he's incredibly tough. I love Stafford. I was really sad to see the Eagles win this game. I had the Rams, but that's an emotional reaction to it. But I love Stafford, and Eagles should probably chill. Banning the tush push is super wimpy, but they can't false start when they're doing it. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, the confidence with Stafford, I think that's important too. This dude was in the Super Bowl on an important drive, not even looking, just throws the ball, not even looking. Who does that? I don't get it.
He is a pro's pro. He's just one of the most consistent quarterbacks year in, year out. Even when he was on the Lions and the Lions were awful, he was still just a top-tier QB on that bad of a team. So it's nice to see him still doing well. I'm not sure how old he is right now, but he's still
38.
30.
Yeah, he's 30. Yes,
37, whatever. I think
mid-late 30s. He's playing great. You'd love to see it. Kyron Williams, I think, has been just amazing. He's on my fantasy team, so I don't mind that. But
congratulations.
Thank you. But he's been great. So has the Rams pass rush. I think they had 4 sacks on Hurts.
I think it was 5. Let me see.
5?
You're right. It was 4. My bad.
4 sacks, yes. It's
Una, Bryan, McCullough, and Verse.
yeah, Verse. I really like Verse. It's good that.
Florida State legend.
Yes.
With big news for A.J. Brown owners in fantasy, he finally did something.
He did.
Might not be doing anything next week, but you know how he does in fantasy. One week he goes off for 25, the next week he's going off for 2 points. Who knows?
And Hurts could have 120 yards and they could win. Like
Yeah.
That's the problem.
They don't need to throw the ball.
Like they don't need it. Yeah. If Saquon's getting yards, then they're just never going to throw the ball. I guess they get an extra down with the tush push. They just don't need to throw the ball. They have a lead offensive line, but when they need to throw the ball, they're really good at it. I mean, they got A.J. Brown, they got Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, tight end screens is strangely effective, and obviously Saquon out of the backfield.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A.J. Brown's an elite receiver, and we're going to be telling the next generation that didn't get to watch these games, A.J. Brown was way tougher than the stats show.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't get the production because he just doesn't get the opportunities.
Definitely. Yeah, the Eagles just keep finding ways to get it done. It's just been working for them, regardless of how they play.
Yeah, you know the meme where the guy's like, you have no idea how good Tim Duncan was. It's gonna be us with A.J.
That's
Brown.
going to be A.J. Brown, exactly. Yeah. Tim Duncan was elite.
Next we got the Bucks versus the Jets. The Bucks win 29-27. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think the Jets will win a game this year. It's just not. Maybe that's an overreaction, but I mean,
I don't back out.
I don't know. Shout out.
What's their schedule? What does their schedule look like?
17 this year.
Jets are going 0-17. Hey, shout out Tyrod Taylor. He's still former 6th-round pick out of Virginia Tech by the Ravens. Still playing, still starting somehow, but good for him. Not good for everyone else in the Jets, but good for him.
If you want a successful quarterback, get Tyrod Taylor, then take a quarterback after that.
Yep.
Look at, you got Josh Allen, I think, Baker Mayfield, Herbert, and
Well,
some more.
Geno and Tyrod was they didn't get along very well. Didn't they have were those two players in 2013? They got a
Really?
fight? Didn't
I don't
Geno
know
break
that.
Tyrod's face? I could be so wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I forget.
I heard somebody like Geno and show up something. Yeah.
Geno's had a weird career.
He's had a weird career, but he's still playing good.
Yeah. You said 6th-round pick Tyrod Taylor, 6th overall pick Justin Fields, who I have not given up on. At least in terms of as a bridge quarterback that could bounce around a little bit more. In the same sense, I think that what we've seen out of Daniel Jones is I think that he's going to turn into a pumpkin a little bit. Midnight might strike. I don't know if I fully believe in it, but I think that ability to just kind of hang around as a guy that people give opportunities, give a chance to, Fields can become that. And this is his season. I think he's going to do it, but he's got to take a lot less sacks.
Yeah, I'm at the beginning of the season. I was very excited for Fields. I thought this would be his opportunity, get out of Chicago. Maybe not the Jets is where I would have gone, but like you said, I think he's still got it. I think this could be that year. It's just there needs to be more. The team's not really helping him. It's not the best team in football, but we will see what else Fields has. I don't think it's over for him this year.
I'll see Aaron Glenn's dance.
I did.
Yeah, I don't even have anything to say about that. That just made me smile. I've seen it every.
He does it a lot.
Sometimes you see a video that pops up. I'm on Reels more than TikTok, but whenever it pops up, I just watch it, even if I've saw it the last 3 minutes 5 times. It's just one of those. Dude, I've been smiling a lot at that.
Jets ownership, please don't fire Aaron Glenn. I really like
Keep
him.
him around.
He does a lot of dancing and stuff on the sideline. I wouldn't recommend watching Jets games, but if you just see Aaron Glenn on the sideline, he's always doing something.
For sure.
Yeah. And Mike Evans hurt his hamstring, I believe. So I think Ibuka's finna. Well, never mind. Chris Godwin comes back this week, I think.
I still think Ibuka is he's going to be a top receiver in a few years, if not next year or something.
Because it's going to take Godwin time to get back right.
Yeah, Godwin's 30 years old, broke his ankle a year ago. That's not an injury you just hit the ground running with at an age like that. So I think Ibuka will still be there for fantasy owners. He will still be putting up numbers, I believe. And Baker, Baker's going to throw the football. Baker's going to be Baker. So he will get yards. He will play. He'll be great.
Yeah, Bill Simmons, Austin Gale, and Danny Heifetz with the Ringer have a whole NFL draft database where they try to get insight from every team, and it's like a good vibes type of thing. It's an angle they go for where they want every team that just loves a player and raves about him. They put it in. They show it's difficult to explain. I'm not going to explain it at this point in the show, but Ibuka's the only player in this past draft that had all 32 NFL coaches at one point bring him up and say this is a guy that we like a lot. He's going to be good in the NFL. So he's Ohio State all-time receiving leader or whatever. Like, he's an incredible draft prospect. I'd say lower ceiling than some other elite receivers Ohio State's produced, but he's got like the highest floor of anyone I've seen coming out of the draft, and I'd be shocked if Luka isn't a great player.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess knock on wood. But.
I think the Buccaneers knew what they were getting. They were going to get a good wide receiver no matter what. That was just like, that was his draft profile, like you said. It wasn't like Luther Burden, where it was like, oh, this guy could be something, but he could also not be. With Emeka Egbuka, he's going to be this, if not better, I think.
You know, when you're playing 2K, you hit that like deep head up, you see the stats. He's just like a B+ and everything. You know,
definitely.
He's totally fine with it. Yeah.
Next, we got the Colts versus the Titans. The Colts won 41-20. Okay, Titans need to get Cam Ward some help, man. I don't know what's going on down there.
Yeah, he's playing like a rookie, and that's not bad. But the team is not really built to help him. I like Alec Minor.
Yeah.
Might not have been the way you pronounce his name, but Minor. Okay.
It's something crazy. I don't know.
I'm a big fan of his. I was a big fan of his out of the draft, but it's nice to see him do well.
I think the Titans are going 0-17 this year. Because they're a horrible football team, and Cam Ward's not good at football. In the time, no, I think Alik Minor. I want to talk a little more about him.
Yes.
I think he was he's one of those players where, like, if he was like the 25th pick, we'd all be like, oh, that's a wide receiver one for sure. I think that he was a 4th round pick. He's got a random name, and I think he's going to market Craig Calvin really a little bit as wide receiver one. So I think the Titans, they got to get more pieces for Ward, but there's got so many bigger issues. I think with Pollard, with Shea, with Ridley, with the league, I think you can at least see what you have in Ward as long as you get the blocking fix and stuff. So the short term, they need to be looking at that, and then of course get some weapons for Ward long term as opportunities come in.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Definitely. I think this is more of a development season for
100%.
Ward and the Titans. They're not going to be, they're not going to do anything this year, and that's okay.
They just have to show that they have a franchise quarterback this year. I think it's an evaluation season for them for sure.
I think Io Manor, however you say his name, I might have butchered it. Yeah, I'm going to say Elite. He could have been a 1st round pick if Stanford didn't suck at football. Like, that was the only thing holding him back. Because he had like 292 yards against Colorado in one game, and he had the helmet catch on Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I know you might want to move on. I do want to talk about the Colts, though. I think it's funny. I just want to know, as long as you want to talk about it, how much do y'all believe in this 3-0 Colts team in a division where the Texans are 0-3?
I don't care what you guys say about Daniel Jones. I didn't care about him before when he was in New York, but now I am super excited to see him. I think he's been playing great. I think this could be a Sam Darnold-like year for him, where he just comes out of the shadows and plays well again. I think the Colts are legit. It's a little bit unexpected, but I do think everything we've seen so far doesn't prove that they shouldn't be treated like a serious team.
Yeah.
Maybe not up there with the Chiefs and the Ravens and Bills and stuff, but they are a good team, I believe. They are going to keep doing what they're doing.
Colts obviously got the Jaguars twice. They got the Raiders. They got the Cardinals, Titans. They got a pretty easy schedule, one of the easiest schedules in the NFL, remaining schedules at least, or it's only been 3 games and stuff. But I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to be effective. I'm not sold on Daniel Jones yet. We've seen Sam Darnold. We've also seen Davis Mills and Mac Jones. We've seen guys. There's an adaptability element I need to see with Daniel Jones. I need to see a defensive game plan against Daniel Jones, and I need to see him adapt and show something different in his game. I feel like there's some Cliff Kingsbury-esque one-trick pony in him right now. But I say that a lot more skeptically than I did after week 1 and week 2. I said at the start of the season, the 2 funniest quarterbacks to ever bounce back in the NFL would be Deshaun Watson and Daniel Jones. We don't talk about Deshaun Watson, it'd be funny, it'd be hilarious. But Daniel Jones, when he turns it around, the best thing about it is that every single week, someone's going to have to become a Daniel Jones believer. And some people are going to hop in too early, some people hop in a little too late and stuff. And he's going to be a polarizing player, I think, if he ever figures it out. I think that's fascinating and interesting to see.
Definitely.
Because he's got some haters.
I mean, Daniel Jones doesn't have to carry it. It's not on Daniel Jones.
That's true.
They have Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. As long as you have him, you're going to have, you can win a playoff game or 2. As long as, you have a competent quarterback, they should go far.
That's true. They just need a
They've been a quarterback away for 10 years. But not 10 years, whenever Andrew Luck retired. 2018, 2019?
2019, or 2018 would be his last season, so yeah, before 2019. Yeah, you would like to see Anthony Richardson being in this role. I don't think many Colts fans wanted to see Daniel Jones be the starting quarterback week 3. But it's where they're at, and it's working so far, so you just got to roll with it right now.
I don't understand why the Colts would take a developmental quarterback and then not develop him. Just have him start right away. I don't understand.
Definitely. Anthony Richardson going to a team like the Colts in 2023 is just not being set up for success. He needed to be behind a Matt Stafford or a quarterback like that, like how Jordan Love was behind Aaron Rodgers, where a few years of development and then he can be a good quarterback. Instead, he hit the ground running, got hurt a ton, which messed up his development, and we are where we are now because of that.
I wanted him going first overall in that draft. Nobody's. That was a miss on my part.
Yeah.
My bad. I've sold my Anthony Richardson stock, but you were saying something.
I mean, he would probably still have a job if he didn't like say he was tired after he came out of the game. Like he just showing your teammates you giving up. Like you can't do that as a quarterback in the NFL.
He's a leader, exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And we got the Commanders beating the Raiders 41-24. One thing I got to say about the Raiders, get an O-line. Like for Genty, you got Genty, a generational running back, and then you got the O-line doing what they're doing. I watched this breakdown. We had guys walking, running into each other, missing blocks, like just running past the person they're supposed to block on like the lead. I don't understand, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I can name a single guy on the Raiders' offensive line. I don't think there is anyone really. I mean, maybe I shouldn't.
No. Now you're kind of having me thinking about it, but you keep going. My bad, man.
Yeah, it's just not. Drafting a running back at 8th overall, especially like you said, one as good as Genty,
Yeah.
and then just not giving him any of the tools to succeed. Just being like, hey, you were so good at Boise State. We just think the same thing is going to happen here with a Boise State caliber offensive line. It's kind of disappointing to see, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's who did we talk about earlier where we think maybe they have to get some pieces on the offensive line before
The
trade deadline?
Texans.
Texans, yeah. I think it's the same kind of thing with the Raiders. Maybe not as much because I don't know if the Raiders are really in the ability to compete as the Texans are, but we'll see.
Yeah, and Genty, like, before week 3 started, he had 81 rushing yards and 84 yards out of contact. It just shows you he's getting, like, what's happening in the backfield with that O-line. And also, Chip Kelly, you know about Chip Kelly. He's just not the guy to, like, run an offense.
Absolutely not. Colton Miller, Dylan Parham, Jordan Meredith, Jackson Powers Johnson, and DJ Glaze. I recognize those names. I've never heard of Jordan Meredith. Dylan Parham's a Memphis legend. But if I was at Chick-fil-A in line and any of them were standing next to me, I probably wouldn't say hey. I mean, that's a very insignificant offensive line.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I fully agree. I think Genty's awesome. If anyone is concerned about his talent right now, I would say look at that stat you just pointed out.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not his fault at all. He's still an incredible player. And if they fix the offensive lineup, they can be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
He can be perfectly fine.
I agree with that. But as far as the Raiders go, Geno Smith, still going. He's just
Still kicking it.
He's just going to keep playing. It's really random.
You seen the week before that, he had, like, 4 picks, I think.
Yeah,
you never know what you're going to get
he's
with
still
him.
doing it. Like, it's inconsistent, but it's there. He's got
I
it.
mean, it's better than what the Raiders had last year.
Yeah.
He had 289 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm seeing right now in this past game and stuff. And they were down. I mean, it's a blowout and stuff. I didn't watch a ton of this game either. So if there was a little bit of a stat padding situation.
I think Trey Tucker had, like, 2 garbage touchdowns.
I saw Trey Tucker had 40 fantasy points.
Yeah, he was on my bench.
Yeah, dude, I picked him up off waivers. I was like, I'll take him right now. But
I think he's tied for the lead. He's got 4 touchdowns on the year. I think he's tied for the league in the most touchdowns so far, just for wide receivers.
that's hilarious.
Which is really funny. It's a little random. I think he was a 3rd-round pick a few years ago at Cincinnati, but not really a name that you'd expect to hear right now.
I loved him out of the Senior Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Him and the Packers, Jaden Reed. Him and Jaden Reed were just cooking every corner in that Senior Bowl, and I liked him a lot. And so, but I don't think it means anything. I mean, Trey Tucker, he'll get some more reps and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I guess he's better than Brock Bowers, at the start of the season and stuff. Yeah, Hunter Henry's the tight end 1 in fantasy. I won't talk about fantasy again, but I thought that was an interesting stat.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As for the Commanders, I don't know if you guys saw this, Bobby Wagner, 35 years old, he's still playing, 11 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 TFLs. He's just Hall of Famer. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, and it was against his former coach and stuff, against Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll, yeah.
He was in a boom, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see that. Still going.
Next we got Denver versus the Chargers. The Chargers won 23-20, and they're undefeated.
They are undefeated. I am not crazy about that, but that's just me.
Yeah. And Najee went down, so Hampton's finna go crazy. I'm just calling it right now.
Yeah, it was tough to see that Najee injury. I was hoping that he would, I couldn't root for him when he was in Pittsburgh. When he went to the Chargers, I was okay rooting for it. It's really disappointing to see, but hopefully he comes back next year and gets just even better.
I don't think he's playing football again. I mean, the way he runs and stuff. Like, I was shocked he was playing for the Chargers this season, and he looked competent. But, like, yeah, I mean, he's fat and he's slow and he's been hurt a lot and stuff.
Wow.
That's just a bad combination. So I don't believe in Najee. I said earlier that C.J. Stroud in the first 3 games, like I've changed my perception on him the most. I put Herbert second. It's a lot more of a complimentary sense. I mean, I think that Herbert's always had it and stuff. Maybe he needed another year with Harbaugh. Maybe it's his relationship. Maybe it's Madison Beer. I think it's that. I think
it's both.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of both. You know, maybe Harbaugh and Madison Beer might be just good people to have by your side for success. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not a bad one.
Anything's better than Brandon Staley.
100%.
63-7 that one time?
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Herbert's always had it. I think Herbert's always had the talent of like the top of the NFL.
Yeah.
But some quarterbacks are just like conditional quarterbacks where they need a good system to be fruitful. And he's been talented enough to like rise above a system, but doesn't actually do it, and it pisses people off. And I think to finally see a system that caters to him, we can actually appreciate Justin Herbert's talent for the first time, which is fun because he's an exciting player.
Yeah.
And I'll cheer for every quarterback unless they're going against my team because, like I said, the NFL is more fun when quarterbacks are good.
Definitely. As for the Broncos, I just don't have much to say about them. I think Bo Nix is okay. I like Nick Bonito. He's like one of my favorite defensive players to watch. I always like seeing a good edge rusher just come in, and that's just Nick Bonito. Not really a guy that, I mean, after last year, he is now, but before that, he wasn't really a guy that anyone really knew about. So it's nice to see him do well and then continue to do well.
Yeah, I'd like to see R.J. Harvey play some more.
It's UCF's finest.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Dylan Sampson.
Oh, Dylan Sampson.
Harvey's the old one, right? He's like 24.
Yeah, he's like,
Sampson's
24.
on the Browns.
Yeah.
Harvey was really good. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see how he
I
does.
mean, they drafted him in the second round. I'm trying to see what he was thinking.
Yeah, the Broncos are just one of those teams, in my opinion at least, that it's just like, they're just okay, always.
Yeah.
We'll see about Nix. I don't know about it. He's a hard person to evaluate right now.
Yeah, it's weird.
And we got the Seahawks versus the Saints. The Seahawks beat them 44-13. The Saints, I don't know what to say. Like, just they already tanking, so just wait till next year. Then a year after that, and a year after that, because you're gonna keep tanking.
Yeah.
Just keep rolling that money over. It's a disaster.
It'll work.
It's always the worst. It'll work eventually, you know. Just it's like they were trying so hard to go 7-10 every year with $80 million in dead cap, and it's finally caught up to them, I guess. Rattlers surprised me more than I thought he would this year, in the sense of I think he'll have a job outside of like the UFL in 2028. I think he'll be in the backup on some kind of roster at some point. He can make NFL throws. It's always been height and character issues that's kept him out of like NFL stardom and stuff. He can make those throws. I see a Taylor Heineke type of career out of him, but that's all I want to talk about when it comes to the Saints and the future Taylor Heineke and stuff.
Yeah, I know I said this about the Jets, and we kind of said this about the Dolphins, but if there's any team that just won't win a game this year,
It's the Saints.
ignore those teams. It is the Saints. It's
Titans.
just a bad team.
Yeah, I agree.
Titans, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about the Saints.
Well, I got 3 things I want to say about this game.
Go ahead.
The Ravens should have kept Mike McDonald and fired John Harbaugh. 2, Torrey Horton should have been a second-round pick if it wasn't for his injury that he had in college. He had, I think it was an ACL. Yeah. He's a dog. He's like I don't know what to describe him like. Cup goes down a lot during this, like he's injury prone. So when Cup goes down, Torrey Horton's finna like go off even more.
Yeah, he's
Calling right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand the Saints drafting a 25-year-old quarterback to sit and develop a 25-year-old quarterback that's had like 4 different injuries, 3 different season injuries. When you could have took, you know who. And I'm just saying.
Had so many opportunities to take him.
Yeah, a lot.
Got Mel Kiper over here, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to go crazy.
No, I'm just saying.
No, yeah, I think you're right. I like Shedder more than Tyler Shuck. I mean, Shuck reminds me a lot of Derek Carr, which is like when I think of Tyler Shuck, I think of throwing the ball away on 4th and 10 because you're under pressure. Like they're just like I'm never gonna call a pro athlete wimpy to like a lot of people and stuff, but like I think Tyler Shuck's pretty wimpy in NFL standards, dude. Like he doesn't. And I mean he's had a lot of season-ending injuries. It's gonna happen and stuff. A lot of season-ending injuries. So you're gonna lose that mentality and mindset, but that matters in the NFL. It matters at any level of football.
Yeah, it feels like every year when you follow the draft, there's a quarterback that just really comes out of nowhere that is not really a quarterback that you watched in college maybe, and they're like, yeah, this guy's going to be day 1 pick, day 2 pick.
Yeah.
Tyler Show was that quarterback, and I remember reading that like before the draft, and then he got drafted, 40th overall?
Yeah, something like that.
Why? I don't know. I have nothing to say about the Saints ever. It's just a bad team.
And if you're going to develop a quarterback and like have him sit, why not get like somebody that's like a super athlete, like Jalen Milroe or somebody? If you're gonna draft, like you drafting somebody that's pushing 30 to sit on the bench for a whole year, I don't understand.
It'd be the last draft prospect to be drafted in the 1900s in NFL history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
26 years old.
I completely agree with you in terms of Torrey Horton. I also wanted to talk about him. He's one of my favorite wide receivers to watch right now. He's just a fun receiver.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold. I don't mind watching Sam Darnold be really good. I'll mention him later, but yeah, Seahawks look pretty good.
Next we got the Dallas Cowgirls versus the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears beat them 31-14. I enjoyed this. It was a successful hate watch.
Cowgirls is crazy.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing them on TV every week. Like why they get all the primetime games?
America's team.
It's very fair.
Yeah. It's the first game where Caleb Williams hasn't been sacked.
Wow.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah. And we got Pickens over there. It's a ticking time bomb with him. Just give it a few more weeks. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, and especially with CeeDee Lamb out now, more focus is on George Pickens.
Yeah.
So.
I think y'all talking about different things. Are y'all talking
I'm
about?
talking about like.
No, I know what you
Okay,
mean behaviorally, but like now he is the guy, and like
Yeah.
you said with the character issues, now they're relying on him. So that was kind of my point. You need someone else to step up besides Pickens, like a Jalen Tolbert or Ryan Flournoy.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's all I got. Devontae Turpin.
yeah.
They're just
Jake
names.
Ferguson. I love Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean Pickens is one of the few players that I feel like from a college recruit to in his NFL career, expectations have not changed for him at all. He has always been an incredible jump ball receiver with character issues you can't rely on because he's kind of a lazy route runner. Like everything you've ever expected out of George Pickens is there, and it's always unpredictability. And there's something amazing about that. So I love that he's on the Cowboys because I don't like the Cowboys. And if I see an amazing catch, I'll get excited. It's always fun to see. But if he's a disaster, I don't really care. So it's nice to see. But yeah, I mean, the Cowboys' defense is such a disaster. They need an edge rusher. I don't know.
They had it.
Oh, they had somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only they had someone.
It's one of the Packers
yeah.
pretty good. I don't know. They couldn't get him.
It's okay. They have Kenny Clark.
Yeah,
That is true. Pass rushing legend Kenny Clark. Yeah.
Yep.
In his prime, not old, and he can rush a passer perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I could beat him in a race.
As for the Bears, I think they have one of the best wide receiver trios in the game right now. Between you guys are looking at me a little crazy.
Yeah,
between
well,
Odunze, Moore, and Burden, like they just have guys. I don't know. I really like Odunze. He was
I do too.
my favorite out of college. Now he's playing phenomenal, so I'm very happy.
I do too. Theoretically, I mean, I think DJ Moore is good. I think trios in terms of well-rounded, like a basketball team where each player is complementary to each other. I like what they've built, but I think that there's a lot of teams with some elite wide receiver ones where I don't really care who's the third receiver and stuff, and I would take those receiving cores over those three. But if you're talking about like stack them up 1, 2, 3, I see what you're saying. And Burden is theoretically a good player. I'd have to see it first, but
We'll see.
I like.
He had his first touchdown last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the Swift almost sold on the flea flick. He threw the ball up in the air.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I wish this is random, but I wish Luther Burden kept wearing the number 87. He was rocking in the preseason. You don't see many receivers wearing 80s numbers, and it was actually kind of funny to see. But now he's 10. Now he's wearing 10.
I think Swift's not that good. I think his name kind of carries it. I mean, DeAndre Swift is such a cool name. Like, if DeAndre Swift and Josh Jacobs switched names, I think every kid would have a DeAndre Swift jersey, Packers jersey, and he'd be like a super famous, like have like OBJ on our generation would be like for kids and stuff.
Yeah,
and he'd be the most like sexy, fun player, and we would not talk about Josh Jacobs on the Chicago Bears and stuff.
He would just be some league average running
Yeah,
back.
exactly. I think the name carries such a cool name, but a fine player, not great.
Yeah.
We got Arizona versus San Francisco. My friend's a 49ers fan. What he says happening over there is that CMC sucking the health out of the rest of the players so he can stay healthy.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely believe that if he stays healthy the whole season.
Yeah.
Just everyone else, that roster is completely decimated, and it sucks.
this year CMC is the healthiest player on the 49ers. Last year, the healthiest player on the 49ers was Ricky Pearsall, who got shot. It's been a disaster since the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl hangover is real. Yeah, Purdy. I mean, just looking at the last 2 years, Purdy, Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, obviously McCaffrey, Mason. That's a lot of Ricky Pearsall. That's a lot of players that get injured, a lot of weapons. They had so many in the Super Bowl, and I feel like they jinxed themselves at some point because they've lost almost all of it.
Yeah, and then this week they lost Bosa.
Yeah.
Towards ACL. So that's another one down, and that's really unfortunate.
That's rough.
Mac Jones got it done. He's not a great quarterback, but they did win while he was playing. And you can't say he didn't do that.
Shanahan can win with Mac Jones. I feel like I'm talking like political. I'm gonna be careful. I'm not. No praise goes to Mac Jones, but he did not ruin the game. He did not lose it for his team.
They did win, and he did start.
Yes.
Those are two facts, and you can't take that away.
He put up 15, 16 points, I think.
They scored 16 points.
16? Yeah. It's enough to beat the Cardinals.
Sometimes it's all you need.
Yeah, we got the Chiefs versus the Giants next. Chris Collinsworth.
Big Mahomes fan.
Yes, very big Mahomes
I hear he
fan.
likes Mahomes. Yeah.
Yeah. I sometimes I want to watch on mute. I don't understand.
I completely get it. I will say Cam Scatterbo. Scatterbo.
Scatterbo.
Oh my goodness. He's just a dude. He's just running the ball. He'll run through anyone, catch the ball.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, he'll do whatever.
Dart starting. Y'all excited about that?
Yeah.
He's guaranteed to be a Hall of Famer because of his last name. I'm saying
Jackson
that right
Dart.
now.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, hey, that's sure, man. That makes sense.
Jackson with an X too.
Jackson with an X. That's such a Gen Z name. That's
It
such a popular. Looking up like popular white baby names in like 2004, and they just being like, I'm gonna spell it unique, you know?
Jackson,
That's strange, but yeah, I mean, the Giants low key. I think if Dart's a good quarterback, which I don't know. I mean, if the Giants do right by Dart and he's a franchise quarterback, they have enough pieces where like I think they can turn it around fairly quickly and stuff. Scottaboo is super fun. Neighbors, their defensive line is genuinely great.
Yeah.
I like Okereke. Mike McFadden's hurt. I think Drew Phillips and Paulson Adebo and Vaughn.
Deontay Banks.
Deontay Banks is fine. I'm thinking their safety. Javon Holland. Javon Holland's a perfectly fine player.
Javon Holland, yeah.
Their offensive line, they could tune it up. It's not a disaster. But they have pieces, and I think the Giants could be a good team in a loaded division. But we'll see.
Yeah. What's nice for Dart is that he immediately has a superstar to throw to. It's not like he's out there throwing to like third or fourth string wide receivers who are starting. He's throwing to a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, and that's good for him.
I agree.
I probably would have waited another week to start him. Because, like, playing the Chargers, getting your first start, and next week they play the Saints, I probably would have, like, started against the Saints.
I would have done the same.
Build his confidence up. Yeah, and then Russ, he just throws the ball downfield and hopes somebody's going to get it.
Yeah, it's unfortunately probably time for Russell Wilson to retire.
Yeah.
As sad as that might sound, considering, well, all of us watched him growing up.
Yeah.
It's just one of those times.
He used to, like, run around, make something happen, then throw it downfield. He can't do that anymore.
Yeah. As for the Chiefs, Tyquan Thornton, I don't know if any of you really know about him.
I love Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah.
Or 2.940 out of college. I always remember.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. So nice to see him doing something out of. He was a complete bust on the Patriots, so it's nice. Random, but nice.
Yeah, Worthy's hurt, and they replaced him fairly well with somebody who's 80% as productive. I think when Worthy comes back, I don't know what Thornton's role would be, but I don't know. I mean, when you're a player like that, like you're just trying to make it in the league year by year. And I think Thornton's he's gonna bounce around a little bit longer. He's gonna get to play football for a few more years in his life, and that's nice. Yeah. And I think it's because he'll have Mahomes to thank for that. Because, you know, if you ask Collinsworth, like we said at the beginning, he's the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Yes, exactly.
According to Collinsworth, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's counting the Chiefs out. We know we count them out every year. It's been like the past 4 years, ever since they traded Tyreek. What's gonna happen? It's gonna be the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again when they get Rashee Rice back, and then they get Xavier Worthy back. When they start doing whatever they do in their locker room or whatever they do in their stadium, some type of some type of magic. They somehow get it together in the season in the playoffs, end up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you just can't. It's like you said, you can't count the Chiefs out, regardless of what 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. They'll still get it done at the end of the year.
This is a good time to bet on the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I had to look up the line.
Cash out.
100%. Yeah, I mean, then it's just because then if they don't, you're like, awesome. It's not the Chiefs. And if they do, you make a little bit of money. I've done that last couple years and stuff. It's a nice little hedge for sure.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And then we got the Ravens versus the Lions. I'm getting ready to rant, man.
Y'all go. This year, it's all y'all.
John Harbaugh needs to go. That's the main thing. The defense, it looks awful, but we got a couple players hurt. So and what's I can't know how to say his name.
Matabuke?
Yeah, Matabuke. I always mess his name up. Matabuke, his neck's messed up, so I don't know how long he's gonna be out. Tez Walker, his streak's over with a touchdown. Every time he caught the ball, it'd be a touchdown. But it's over with now. I don't understand how you don't score on the 1 yard line. You have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson in the backfield. You read option, it's a free touchdown. No, they're not gonna stop that. But you wanna Derrick Henry's just a big guy, but he's not like a guy that you get the ball to, expect him to go plow somebody over straight from the he got to build up speed. You can't just give it to him three times over and over and over. In the last play, they got the little they stay running this play. It's the little roll out to the right.
2-point.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It never works.
They've been doing that for 3 years.
Ever since I've been in the 7th grade, they've been running that play. It never works.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching that 2-point conversion, and I was like, this is the same thing we lost on last year. And yes, they've been doing that forever. I don't get it. I feel like we should have other 2-point plays in the bag of tricks to pull out. Yeah, 7 sacks on Lamar. That's just insane to me.
Yeah, I don't
Some of those
understand.
were definitely his fault, but it's also just on the offensive line. Mark Andrews is back, which was nice to see.
Yeah.
He'd been absent for 2 weeks, and the Bills game, you could argue. As for the Lions, Jared Goff is Jared Goff. He's just a good football player. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are great. Amon-Ra St. Brown is great. They might be better. They might be better than the Eagles. I think they might be the best team in the
The
NFC.
Lions?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
But I know that's a little crazy, but I don't know. Disappointing from the Ravens, definitely, as a big fan, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Chiefs week.
One guy that stood out to me on the defense is TJ Tampa. Even on special teams, it was like a very good tackle he had. He was getting he got blocked. He was going to the ground. He still made the tackle on the dude that's returning. It's a very good play. I let TJ Tampa play because Marlon's injured. You can tell he's injured. By the way he played.
Don't get me started on Marlon Humphrey. It's just
Yeah, he was tweeting. I don't know if it was fake or not, but he was tweeting after the game talking about mac and cheese being as bad as how he played last Monday. I don't know if that's fake or not, but if it's real, what are we doing, man?
That's disrespectful to mac and cheese, honestly.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That sounds really hateful towards Marlon Humphrey. Mac and cheese is an amazing food. That's a weird thing to point out. I gotta say that.
He's very okay. That's for the past, what was that? That was 5 years ago where he just went out on Twitter about his hate for mac and cheese.
I didn't see this.
Oh, yeah.
This is old stuff. But
Marlon has some opinions.
I love Marlon Humphrey, but
Just let him sit so he can he has a groin injury, I think, and he was something with his leg, during the game he's on the sideline messing with his leg. And Jair, I don't know.
They got
I
so
think
many
his
good
knees
corners,
hurt.
though. Y'all are rattling off.
On paper.
Yeah.
on
Theoretically great.
And I see Amon-Ra out there thud shaking on us. I don't know what to think now.
but Nate Wiggins looks good.
Wiggins is
Clemson grad.
Dude, I had no faith in Wiggins coming out. I got 15 pounds on Nate Wiggins. Imagine me on an NFL field. It's a disaster. I mean, dude, he's the lightest player, but he's looked great. I was totally wrong. He sticks to guys well. I'll say 20 seconds. I mean, you said the Ravens need more of a bag of tricks on 2-point conversions. The Lions have their own bag of tricks.
They have a lot of
things. It's
bag of
incredible.
tricks.
I mean, I think that's the biggest thing for me with the Lions this year is that Ben Johnson's gone. They clearly didn't throw away the playbook. They clearly know how to execute the playbook to an extent. The innovation and adaptation might not be there. We'll see that throughout the rest of the season. But the foundation Ben Johnson laid out is 100%. 100%. I'm tired, y'all. Still there in Detroit.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinator, I cannot remember his name right now.
Zach Orr?
No, for the Lions.
For the Lions.
They lost Aaron Glenn. Now I couldn't tell you.
He looked really good on Monday night. I know the Ravens also partially beat themselves, but what he was doing was
the
working.
time.
The Lions, their coordinators, they're going to keep pushing them out. They're just looking great.
Yeah. 100%. I think Derrick Henry's going over 250 yards next game.
He's mad.
He tripped over his own helmet on the sideline.
That was.
It's going to be a bad game. I mean, it's going to be a bad game for the Chiefs.
I hope so. Yeah.
Now we can get in the top 5, QBs, running backs, receivers. My top 5 quarterbacks, I got Lamar at 1, Josh Allen at 2, Herbert 3, Mayfield 4, and Goff 5.
Yeah, I have a pretty similar list. I have Lamar 1, Josh Allen 2. I have Sam Darnold at 3. I'm a big fan. Justin Herbert 4, and Jared Goff is my 5.
Y'all gotta give me a second, dog.
All right.
Let me think. All right, I'll just spitball it real quick. I like Baker in the top 5. I'll do that. I have Josh Allen 1. I think he's the MVP, and I'd take Allen over Lamar. Because I don't got the stats in front of me and stuff. I was the last second jump on this show. If I'm just speculating, like if I'm right now, I got to draft my quarterbacks for this season. I'd go Allen, Lamar, Herbert, and then I'll shout out Baker, and then I'll always take Matthew Stafford for the sake of time. I'll just say Matthew Stafford.
All right. Running backs, I got Jonathan Taylor at number 1, James Cook at number 2,
I can do this easier.
ETN at 3, Bijan at 4, and then 5, I got Henry or CMC. I'll go Henry though.
Yeah, my top 2 are the same. I have Jonathan Taylor and James Cook in the 1 and 2. 3, I have Saquon, and then 4, I have ETN, and then 5, if this is based purely off of this season, I have Javonte Williams.
I'm not mad at it.
He kind of came out of nowhere. He was good with the Broncos. Goes to Dallas. You don't really expect much from him, but he is probably the best player on their offense right now with CD out.
Yeah.
I would not mind seeing more Javonte Williams, and I think we will see more Javonte Williams. So he's my 5 for now.
Again, if I'm projecting a little bit more than looking back into the season, which I don't know if that's the purpose of this exercise, but I would go Saquon, Gibbs, Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, and then I'll go James Cook over CMC. But CMC and Derrick Henry, it's hard to pick against them. But I don't know. When Derrick Henry has a negative rushing play, he looks like the worst running back ever. And then when he does well, he looks incredible. It's just he's a hard player to evaluate and stuff.
Yeah. I'd be like 100% on Henry if it's the fumbles though.
100%.
Yeah, he's leading the NFL running backs in fumbles right now with 3, I want to say. I think later on in the season, Henry, CMC, and Saquon will all be top 3 guys. But just right now, I think we need more CMC, which feels crazy to say, and also more Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Saquon, his numbers weren't up with the rest of those guys, and then CMC, half his yards to receiving yards. So when it's CMC, you can't just look at straight rushing yards. You got to look at receiving and rushing. Try to see what he's doing. Yeah, and then the receivers, I got Puka at 1, Neighbors at 2, JSN at 3, St. Brown at 4. I got Chase at 5.
Yeah, it's a good list. I have Puka at 1. I have Jackson Smith-Njigba at 2. Malik Neighbors and Jamar Chase at 3 and 4. And then my 5 is your guy, Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, he's just been
over St. Brown.
Yeah, St. Brown is 6, but Pearsall, he's playing with Mac Jones right now. He still put up 100 yards. He's getting it done right now. We'll see how long that carries on the rest of the season, but right now he's up there.
I think that, first of all, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase are better than all of these players.
Yes.
We're looking at this season for my top 5. I love watching receiver film. I wanted to be a receiver before I realized how unathletic I was and stuff growing up. And so I love just watching how guys get open, how guys get an advantage. This is a very film nerd receiving room. But I would say first, Puka, Amon-Ra, and Devontae Adams are just 3 receivers that if you watch them play, you just get smarter watching football. You learn more about the position, and they're great decision makers. On the full opposite end of that spectrum, I don't know if he's in my top 5, but Quentin Johnston, I don't know if we talked about when we talk about the Chargers. He's just looked awesome. He's a very frustrating player to watch because he can't catch sometimes. He's kind of a lazy route runner, but he's a 6'4", 4'3", 40 guy that comes around all the time into a draft. You just want him to get so bad because he's just such a fun player. He's good. And then Jason, I think y'all both brought him up. The target share has been ridiculous. Sam Darnold clearly loves him, but the production's backed it up for sure.
He had a flu game last week, I think. Played with the flu.
He was sick.
Yeah.
And before people start hating about the list, this is based off this season only. You wondering why Justin Jefferson's not in the top 5 or Mahomes not in the top 5 quarterbacks. It's off this season only.
Yeah, we'll see how these lists change as we get further into the season. Definitely.
All right, but that's all I got for this episode. We'll see y'all in the next one.